League Grand Final day at the Sydney Cricket Ground, and there's St George, the minor premiers, lining up at the halfway mark, waiting for Manly, their opponents, to come out. There's Manly, led out by their captain, George Hunter, waiting now for the kick-off. It shouldn't be long. A glorious day of sunshine. There's the kick-off with St George straight onto the attack. The big forwards taking play up towards the Manly goal line straight away. They play the ball quickly. There's Bath picking the ball up. He lets it out now. St George have it out to big Provan. Provan runs wide, trying to barge his way through. The Manly forwards stand up to him, though. They play it again quickly. St George, out it goes to Clay, the lock forward. Clay trying to find Smith. He does so, gets a pass out to Smith. Smith tries to find the winger. Lumsden can't do so. A scrum goes down. Still in Manly territory there. Won by Manly, picked up nicely by Burke. He decides to run, prop and try and go through, but he's brought down. The St George forward standing up to their work. Here's a penalty kick going to Manly. Now a scrum goes down. It's won by St George. Bugden picks the ball up, lets it out to Carroll. Carroll can't do much. He's covered. He tries to go through. He's brought down. Plays it back to Provan. Provan shoots it wide. A poor pass, though. Bugden trying to pick it up. Can't do so. Picked up by Ryan. Ryan, the winger, tries to go through, but he's barreled down to the ground by the big, heavy Manly forwards. Another penalty kick, this time to St George. And now a scrum. Burke moves up, puts the ball on the scrum. Won by St George. Is Bugden going the blind side. Clay coming through on the inside, but Bugden can't get his pass away. He goes into touch, and we'll see another scrum. Down they go, being won by Manly. No, St George pick it up on the blind side again to Clay. Clay bursting through, is brought down. Now he plays it back to Provan. Provan puts his head down and barges, almost goes through. They play it again, but Manly have gained possession. Manly have gained possession. It goes back to Bull, and Bull has barreled down very solidly. There's Oric coming in to get him. Now he plays the ball. A scramble for it here. Waiting for them to play it again. It goes into touch, but the whistle goes first. Another penalty kick. It goes to Manly this time. Here's the scrum, won by Manly. Referee Darcy Lawler isn't satisfied, and Burke has to come up to put the ball in again. Won by St George this time. Bugden picks it up. A good pass goes out then inside to Carroll. Carroll is brought down. St George still in possession with Bugden trying to burst his way through. He lets it out to Oric. Oric slips as he tries to go through. They go into touch here. Just short of touch. He'll play the ball. Plays it back to Carney. Carney shoots it out then. Out it goes to Oric again. Oric tries to go through. Back now. The forward's taking it. Out to Bath. Bath lets it inside again to Clay. Clay loses possession. It goes to Mossop. Mossop for Manly. Lets it out to Hugo, the winger. Hugo makes a good run here. He's nicely tackled eventually by Bugden. Down goes the scrum again. The penalty kick goes to Manly. Goes into touch. A good penalty kick taken by the fullback Willie. Here's the scrum going down. Waiting for Bugden again. He flicks the ball in the scrum. One by St George. Out it goes to Clay. The lock forward standing wide. Clay bursts out of a tackle, passes inside, but the movement falls down with a good tackle. Now St George have it again. This time to Bugden again. Bugden, an elusive runner, trying to twist his way through, looking for support here. Can't find it. They'll hang on to the ball. Yes, he'll go down on the tackle. Goes down solidly too. That's Mossop and Meany getting him. He plays the ball quickly. Manly may have gained possession. Manly have gained as Hunter dives in the ball for Manly. He plays it back quickly to Lennon, the hooker. Shoots it out to Burke. Burke onto Dyett, and Dyett does a nice little kick here. They go into touch. Here's Graham racing through for it. It beats him, though. A nice kick by the Manly 5'8" Dyett. Now they have the scrum again. St George with it. That's Bugden trying to burst his way through. Can't do so. Plays it back to Provan. Provan runs wide, trying to break through. He's caught. Plays it again. St George with plenty of ball. Here is Carney, their captain and hooker, trying to barge his way through. Nuggety little figure, gets to his feet, plays it back to Brown. Brown sees a chance and goes bullocking his way. Gradually play going towards Manly's territory. Played back to Oric this time. Oric puts his head down and tries to wrestle through, but the Manly forwards stand firm. He's brought down. Played back again. Back towards Brown. Brown fumbles the ball, dives on it. Now Manly have possession out to Mossop. Mossop, the second row forward, puts his head down. Back to Bull. Bull on to Burke. Burke shoots a long pass to Dyett. Dyett had to Quinnell. Quinnell lets it out again. Out it goes now to Willie, the fullback, coming up to make the extra man. He's brought down. Back it goes to Dyett. Dyett shoots a pass, had a reverse pass to Mossop. Mossop lets a nice one out to Burke. Burke onto Quinnell. Quinnell sees an opening here, goes darting through. Is brought down, though. Good tackle brings him down. And he plays the ball quickly. Out it goes now towards Hunter. Hunter can't handle the ball. There's Ritchie coming in for it, the winger. And St George gain possession. Here's Clay flying through. Gets a pass inside to Provan, but Provan is tackled, coming up towards the line. And he'll play the ball. Plays it quickly. And it goes now to Provan. Provan trying to burst through. Now Bugden has it, lets it out again to Carroll. Carroll just short of the line, trying to wrestle his way over. Is brought down. Played again quickly. St George swinging the ball about. Out it goes now to the winger Lumsden. Lumsden tries to skirt straight down that showground touchline. Can't do so. But St George attacking all the time here. Here's Bugden racing his way through, trying to pass to Carroll. May have lost possession. Manly have gained possession out to Mossop. Mossop lets it out again. But a chance here as St George forwards come up and push him back towards the line. Manly playing it. Hunter gets the ball, and then Lennon dives on it. And Daly. Ball booted through by St George. St George still have possession. Out it goes now. Out towards Bath. Bath lets a pass outside on the far side to Bugden. Bugden flies the ball out again. A chance almost in there. The referee moves in, has penalised Manly. A penalty kick goes to St George, and here's Harry Bath kicking for goal. Yes, all the way. First points on the board for St George. St George leading 2-0. Here's the ball in play again. Goes right back to Bugden. Bugden decides to run here. Runs across towards the showground side. Slips out of a tackle. Out of another one. Gets his pass away to Clay. Clay goes bursting through. He'll be caught here, though. Yes, he's brought down by Daly. He plays it back to Provan. Provan puts his head into it, runs into Big Meany, the Manly forward, who wrestles him down to the ground. But St George still bullocking their way through, hard and fast, Manly all the time. Out to Provan. Provan lets it out again, out towards Bath. It's loose on the ground. The scrum goes down from the knock-on. Referee moving up to talk to the players, waiting for Bugden to put the ball in. He'll move round now to the same side as Bugden. Now Bugden flicks the ball on the scrum, won by St George. He decides to go through himself, puts his head down and barges. Plays it back to Carney. Carney lets it out again. Out it goes to Provan. Provan puts his shoulder to this one, looking for support here. Can't find it. He'll go down on the tackle, ball and all. Plays it back to Brown. Brown goes skirting around, then goes through hard and straight. He's brought down also. St George still have possession. As Provan gets to his feet, plays it back to Bath. Bath gets a pass out to Clay. Clay goes bursting through. He's brought down, a nice tackle. But Manly have gained possession. Manly have gained possession for the first time for some time. Here's Burke running through, trying to do a flick pass inside. It's picked up by Ryan, the St George winger. Ryan sees an opening here, boots ahead and goes flying through afterwards. There's a real race for the ball here. That's Hunter going for it as well. The Manly captain, Hunter, dives on it, trips over the top of him. The ball's loose, picked up by Willie. The referee moves in and penalises Manly. Here's Bath with another attempted goal. The ball not placed quite correctly. Moves back again. There it is. Another 2 points on the board for St George. St George leading 4-0. Play restarted right back to Graham, the St George fullback who kicks. Taken nicely by Willie. A kicking duel in progress. Clay put on side, tries to go racing through, but Willie takes the ball nicely on the bounce. Kicks again, and back to Willie again. Willie decides to try and run. There's a pass inside here. Manly on the attack. That's then in the hooker. Gets a pass inside to Daly. It's loose on the ground, though. Daly now hangs onto the ball. He goes down, plays it again. Manly have a lot of possession here for a long period. Out to Hunter, their captain, and Lockport, who goes bursting through. Gets a pass on the outside, but it goes down with the player. Manly still have it, though. Out to Hunter again. Hunter dummies and tries to go through. Starts a good run. Is nicely tackled, though. Now it goes to Meany. Meany, the biggest man on the field, possibly, tries to go bursting through. It's knocked out of Bugden's hands. Bugden dives on the ball, but Manly still have possession here as they're going hard and straight towards the St George line. Hard tackle there by Oric. Back it goes to Bull. Bull lets it out again. Out across the back line it goes. Out to Burke, but Burke knocks on. A scrum goes down. Waiting for Bugden, the St George scrum half, to put the ball in. Pauses a moment. Flicks the ball on the scrum. Won by St George. Referee isn't satisfied. This one's won by St George, and once again the referee isn't satisfied. A penalty kick this time goes to Manly. A penalty to Manly. Is Willie kicking for goal. It's a good one. 2 points on the board for Manly. St George leading by 4-2. Play restarted with a long one, picked up by Dart. He tries to go through himself. He slips here and goes down on the tackle. Manly still have possession, though, and possession is important in this game. There's Meany, big forward, bursting through on the left-hand side. Bull comes through after him. Bull dumped down to the ground. Getting slowly to his feet to play the ball. Plays it back again to Mossop. Mossop goes through hard. Runs in Oric and brings him down. Still Manly play the ball. Back to Bull. Bull at dummy half this time. Lets it out to Mossop standing wide, who tries to burst through. He's tackled by Bath. The St George defence is really good. Daly tries to break through. Now Bull again. Bull going hard and straight. Marked by Carney. Carney races through trying to gain possession, but Manly still have it. Out it goes to Mossop. Mossop puts his head down and goes straight into the St George forwards before he's brought down. Back to Bull, and Bull lets it out again. Out it goes to Hunter. Hunter shoots it out to Dyatt, and Dyatt twists around trying to break through. He's marked by Oric. It's booted back, picked up there by Burke. Burke tries to cut through, straight through the forwards. He's dragged down to the ground by Carney. And Bath, booted through by Bath, goes right back into Willie. Willie gets his kick in, a good kick too. Graham races back for it, but it goes into touch. Scrum goes down. It's won by Manly. A good pass out to Dyatt. Dyatt with a little kick here. This is dangerous. Graham racing back to cover the ball with Dyatt flying through after him. Graham does a nice sidestep, another one. Tries to run the ball out, does over his own line before he's caught. Booted through that time by Manly, picked up by Ryan. Watch Ryan run around and try and dash the ball out, but he's brought down just out from his own line. A tough position here for St George is relieved by a penalty kick. Is the scrum, put in by Bugden, won by Manly. Out it goes, an inside pass then to Hugo, the winger who came in to make the extra man. Hugo brought down. Now he'll play it. A dive pass goes out this time to Burke, onto Hunter. Hunter then it's out to Lloyd. Lloyd runs across field, looking for a reverse movement here after Lennon the hooker, and Lennon is brought down just in from touch. Plays it back to Daly. Daly, the second row, lets it out to Quinnell. Here's a good movement. Quinnell steps in off his right foot, passes inside to Burke. Watch Hunter come racing up, trying to get the ball. Hunter takes the ball. There's a second movement here. Watch for it closely. See it? Just a very quick second movement and a penalty kick. A penalty kick goes to St. George. Hunter actually grounded the ball just before the line and made a second movement trying to get over. That's Carroll being cautioned by the referee. A penalty to Manly. And another 2 points. Yes, the flags are up. So it's 4 points all in the grand final. 4 all in the grand final. Penalty kick goes to Manly, but St. George have gained possession here. Out it goes to Provan. Provan tries to burst his way through, just fails to get through. A hard man. County lets it out. Out it goes again to Oric. Oric running through, trying to barge his way through, is brought down. It was Bath. He plays it back towards Oric. Oric puts his head down, grabs the ball, can't do much. Now he'll play it back to Carney. Carney shoots it out again, out to Brown. Brown lets it out to Clay. Clay is brought down with a savage tackle. Now he plays the ball. It's loose on the ground. Manly have possession. Here's the passing movement by Manly. Out it goes now. Here's racing through with the ball is Quinnell. Quinnell tries to cut in field, does so out to Mossop. Mossop racing through, tries a flick pass inside. He can't get away with it though. He's dragged down. But they still have possession. Now it goes out to Hunter. Hunter shoots it out then. A poor one goes out to Quinnell, who dives on the ball. Manly still have it though. Out it goes again this time, out to Lennon. Lennon makes a determined run. The hooker, he's brought down, heading for the St. George line. Manly have a lot of possession here. They get to their feet and play it again, bursting through with the ball. Now it goes at the Bull. Bull onto Meany. Meany onto Mossop. An intercept by Ryan, and Ryan races the full length of the field. He's being chased by Willie. This is very close. Watch for the tackle and watch for the try. Willie goes for him, and Ryan dives in and scores the first try of the match. Hunter, the Manly captain, disputes the try and shakes hands with Willie for a very good tackle. But you could see by the picture that it was certainly a fair try. Here's Bart's kick. And the flags are up again, so St. George go to a commanding lead now of 9 points to 4. St. George 9, Manly 4. Play in progress again with Hunter, the captain and lock forward of Manly, trying to burst through. He's hurt after that tackle. He went down very solidly, and St. George gained possession, trying to barge their way through. Right on the halfway mark they are. He's played back to Provan. Provan can do nothing but dive on the ball. He plays it back to Bath. Bath runs around, then tries to go through down the centre. Plays it back again to Provan. Provan twists around, trying to find an opening. Lets it out now. Out it goes. And St. George trying to burst their way through all the time, playing solid, hard, tight football here. Out it goes again. Out this time to Smith. Smith racing his way through, looking for an opening. Whips a pass inside, taken nicely by Carroll. Carroll just short of the line is dragged down. Half-time coming up any moment now. Out it goes towards the centre of the field. Picked up by St. George again. Bath has the ball. He's dragged down to the ground. Provan moves in. The referee steps in. It's half-time with St. George leading by 9 points to 4. The second half with St. George leading by 9 points to 4. Is the kick-off. Manly's a kick-off. There's the Manly scrum half. Burke, he kicks off a short one. They gather underneath it. Taken nicely by Provan of St. George. He goes down the tackle back to Oric. Oric, a dummy half, lets the ball out to Brown. Brown tries to burst through. Is brought down straight away. Back it goes now to one of the other St. George forwards who tries to crash his way through to Provan. Provan breaks out of a tackle. He's in the clear here. A wonderful chance. This must be a try. Watch Clay come through on the inside. Here comes Clay. Provan finds him with a nice pass, and Clay will go in to score right underneath the posts. Dramatic start of the second half, and St. George going to the front now. Clearly in front with a kick to be taken by Harry Bath, and the easiest of kicks for him. Bath will place the ball right in front. There's the kick, straight between the posts, and St. George leading quite clearly. St. George leading 14 points to 4. Manly restarts play exactly the same way. A short kick by Burke. Going up high for the ball goes Brown. It's taken again by Provan, and Provan almost through again, but a knock-on occurred there. A scrum will go down. Forwards gather around. Bugden puts the ball in for St. George. Won by St. George. Out it goes to Carroll. Carroll out to Smith. Smith sees a chance here. Tries to burst through. Breaks out of one tackle, but then he's brought down. He plays the ball back again. St. George on the move all the time now onto Bugden. Bugden starts darting his way through. Is brought down. Plays the ball through. Booted through by Manly. Picked up nicely by Graham, the St. George fullback. Watch this run of Graham's. He claps on the pace. Breaks through with a beautiful swerve. He's coming up into the clear. Fifield will come up and support. Watch for Fifield. He cuts in. A nice pass to Fifield. A certain try here. Right underneath the posts. St. George have scored again. 2 quick tries after the restart of play in the second half. And another easy kick for Harry Bath, their goal kicker. Another one right in front. There it is, an exact replica of the last kick. St. George have already won the grand final by this great start in the second half. 94. There's the kick-off again. St. George again gained possession. This time the defence is better and Provan goes down on the tackle. He plays the ball back to Brown, who can't do much. He fumbles with the ball, dives on it. Marked by Roy Bull. He'll play the ball back. Back it goes now to Bath. Bath dummies, then tries to go through himself. Back again by St. George forwards trying to break through. A bad play the ball there by Bath. A penalty to Manly. Here it goes to Mossop. Mossop tries to crash his way through. He's brought down. The St. George defence holds. He'll play it back to Bull. Bull standing there. Whips a pass out. Out it goes now to Mossop again. Out to Willie making the extra man here. Willie gets his pass away to Ritchie. Ritchie beautifully tackled right round the ankles though. He'll play the ball. Out it goes to Mossop. Mossop shoots it out to Dart. Dart then onto Hugo. Hugo running through. His tackle from behind. Throws a long pass back to Burke. Burke can't do much. He's hemmed in there. He'll play the ball. Plays it back now. Out it goes to Mossop. Mossop shoots it out again. Out to Lloyd. Lloyd starts darting his way through. Gets a pass to Quinnell. Quinnell is tackled straight away by Clay, who came through very quickly. He plays the ball back to Hunter. A one-arm pass out to Mossop. Mossop steps off his right foot trying to cut through. Tackled round the ankles by Provan. Plays it back to Bull again, a dummy half. Bull shoots it out the Manly back line. The Manly back standing almost stock still here until it comes to Quinnell. And Quinnell starts darting his way through, making a good run. Eventually, he's caught, though, scragged down to the ground by Lumsden. Now he'll play the ball. No, a scrum goes down. Bugden moves up to put the ball in the scrum for St. George. Won by Manly. A good pass goes out to Dart. Back to Burke again. Burke tries to skirt his way through. Is brought down. Manly still in possession here, but booted through by St. George. Picked up by Manly second row forward, Daly. Daly goes bursting over the halfway mark. He's brought down, plays it back to Bull. Bull tries to gain ground, can't do so. Manly still in possession as it goes back to Meany. Meany, the big forward, puts his head down, barges 2 or 3 yards. He's marked by Brown, plays it back to Bull. Bull out to Mossop. Mossop tries to dart through, but the St. George defence is really magnificent. Played out again to Meany. Meany goes through hard, out to Daly. Daly onto Ritchie. Ritchie starts a good run here, steps off his right foot. He's flying towards the St. George line. Eventually he's pushed down by Smith. Manly forwards diving in, trying to gain possession. Manly have gained possession again. Now St. George have it. It's played back then. Out it goes to Bath. Bath trying to find his winger, does so. Lets it out to Lumsden. Lumsden can't do much before he's brought down. St. George still have it, though. Back to Oric this time. Oric held up a tackle here. He's going to be wrestled down to the ground. Now he pushes out of the tackle. Plays it back to Brown. Brown picks it up neatly. Goes through hard and straight. Doesn't gain much ground. He's brought down. Booted through by Manly. Picked up by Graham, the full-back for St. George. Graham tries to go through. Right back again now. It goes to Carroll. Carroll starts darting his way through with a good run. A very nice run. Tries to get a pass inside. Sees his men are covered, so hangs on to it. Plays it back to Provan. Provan bursts out of the tackle. They come at him again, though. He's brought down. St. George still have it. Out it goes to Clay. Clay starts a good run here. Is brought down also. Out it goes now to the St. George forwards. Bath lets it out. No, Bath hangs on to it. Plays it back then to Brown. Brown starts a wonderful run here. Is brought down just over the halfway. Out to Bugden. Bugden starts moving away towards the showground side, cutting through, throws it high into the air. It's taken there and fed out to Ryan. Ryan, an elusive, hard running runner, is brought down just over the halfway. Here's Brown with a great run. Gets a pass inside to Clay. A certain try. Clay with the line wide open will score again. And St. George have gone in again. St. George running away with the match now. Manly moving right out of the picture. Another easy kick for Bath. All the St. George tries being scored underneath the post. There's the kick. And it's all the way again with the flags up. And St. George lead by 24 points to 4. Here's the restart of play. Short kick again by Burke. This time Mossop goes up high for the ball and takes it nicely. Gets a pass inside to Daly. Daly flying for the line. But then St. George defence comes round. And the forwards drag him down to the ground. Played back to Bull. Bull shoots it out to Burke. Burke onto Hunter. Hunter tries to straighten up and go through, but he's brought down. Back to Bull again. Bull runs wide, but he's not fast enough. He's wrestled down to the ground. Feeds the ball out at the last moment. Manly still have possession. Manly on the attack again. Out it goes to Dyatt. Dyatt steps in off his right foot, but he's brought down nicely by Provan. Now Burke has it. Burke, the scrum half, goes trying to fight his way through. Can't get through. Plays it back to Bull. Bull shoots it out to Meany. Meany, the big fellow, puts his head down, runs into trouble, though, as Oric comes at him straight on and head on and drags him down. Played back to Bull. Manly have it again, but they're not gaining much ground. Now Quinnell cuts out a man trying to break through. He's eventually dragged down, though, by Smith. Now Willie, the fullback, joins the movement. Lets it out to Quinnell again. Quinnell playing a good game for Manly. Penetrates 2 or 3 yards before he's dragged down also. Manly have a lot of possession, but they can't do much with it. Now St. George have gained possession. It goes back then to the dummy half, who gets it out to Bugden. Bugden starts to dart his way through, a very elusive player. A long pass by Bath goes right out to Smith. Smith gets a kick in and finds touch with his kick too. A nice one. It's won by Manley, though, the scrum. Out it goes to Burke. Burke tries to cut through himself. He's brought down. He gets to his feet, plays it back to Hunter. Hunter onto Mossop. Mossop running wide here, trying to find his winger. Finds Hugo. Hugo's not fast enough. Fifield comes at him and drags him down to the ground. He'll play the ball. Back to Bull. Bull breaks out of one tackle. Lets the ball out. Manley trying to take it through. Booted through by St. George this time, though. Coming back, Hugo takes the ball. As he takes it, the whistle goes. It's a penalty kick to Manley. Manley still have possession here. They do the tap penalty. That out across the back line now. Out it goes to Lloyd. Lloyd tries to reverse play. Starts darting his way through. Gets a good kick in. Back it goes now. Right back towards the fullback Graham. Graham does a nice kick here. Kicks through. Takes the ball again himself. Goes racing through after it. He's brought down. He'll play it back to Brown. Brown picks the ball up. Manley Ford's racing through on top of him. Plays it again. St. George playing hard and tough here. Just waiting for their openings. Out it goes now to Bath. Bath shoots it out again, and the St. George Forge gradually taking play up towards the Manley line. Brown has it again. Out it goes now to Clay. Clay tries to burst his way through. Clay brought down. The referee's whistle goes. Another penalty kick to Manley. Diet goes through for the ball. It's loose on the ground. And this time the penalty looks like going to St. George. A scrum goes down. It's won by Manley. Out it goes to Hunter. Hunter out to Ritchie, making the extra man on to Quinnell. Quinnell steps through. That's Quinnell, number 4, trying to break through. Another scrum. Won by St. George this time. A good pass goes out to Smith. Smith trying to fend off a tackle. Can't do so. And he'll play the ball back. Plays it back now to Fifield. Fifield shoots it out to Bugden. Bugden onto Proven. Proven running across here. Dummies and starts to run through himself. He almost scores here. Racing up towards the Manley line. Steps in off his right foot and just short of the line. The ball knocked out of his hands. And the ball is up in the air. The Fords go up for it. Knocked back by St. George. Picked up by Clay. Clay goes straight down the tackle. It's loose on the ground. Ball stolen there nicely by Bull. Bull shoots it out then to Hunter. Hunter starts a good run, popping and stepping back inside again. He can't find a man to pass to. He's brought down. Manley still have it. They're not gaining ground, though. Out it goes to Lloyd. Lloyd is pushed back then, dragged down to the ground. Ryan came in to get him. Now he plays the ball back to Bull. Bull lets it out again to Daly. Daly back to Bull, and Bull lets it out to Meany. But the Manley players are not gaining much ground. Here's a good chance, though, as Diet goes running through, gets a good little kick in here. Graham flying back through the ball, also for St. George. Graham will just get there first. Just beats Hugo to the ball. Scrum goes down. Bugden puts the ball in. It's won by St. George. The referee blows his whistle, and a penalty kick goes to Manley. A chance here as Mossop goes bursting through. Let's it out to Burke. Burke will go in here. A nice try by Manley. Their first and only try of the match. Well, he kicks a goal. The flags are up, and St. George lead by 24 points to 7. Here's Manley on the attack again as Burke tries to break through, but Graham comes at him, drags him down to the ground. He plays the ball. Out it goes to Daly, onto Mossop. Mossop shoots the pass out to Hunter. Hunter lets a poor pass go there, and the attack breaks down. The referee moves in. Another penalty to Manley. Bull shoots the ball out. Out it goes now to Meany. Meany onto Lloyd. Lloyd is brought down straight away. Plays the ball quickly. Manley trying everything they know, but they can't penetrate here. Burke goes through hard and straight before he's brought down. Back to Meany again. Meany, the big forward, runs into the St. George pack, and he's dragged down. Back to Bull, and Bull lets a long pass out. Out to Diet. Diet with a quick pass to Hunter. Hunter tries to flick it out. It's loose on the ground. St. George may gain possession. Hunter picks it up again. Out to Quinnell this time. Quinnell trying to burst through. Is brought down. Manley win the scrum again to Hunter. Inside again to Ritchie. Back to Hunter. Hunter's pass goes out, but the player is barreled out of the ground. Now Manley still have it as Lloyd goes straight down the centre. They play the ball quickly. St. George have possession again. Out to Brown. Brown starts bursting his way through. Every time St. George has possession, they look dangerous. Here's Brown again, putting his head down and going straight into the Manley forwards before he's dragged down to the ground. Out across the back line now. Out it goes to Carroll. Carroll starts skirting his way through. Can't find a man to pass to, so hangs on to the ball very wisely. Gets to his feet, plays it back to Proven. Proven shoots it out to Bath. Bath bursting through, trying to find a man. Out to Clay. The ball loose on the ground. Manley may have gained possession. Here's Graham picking the ball up for St. George. Graham tackled, though, solidly. That's the St. George fullback. It's booted through by Manley. Picked up nicely, though. Once again, booted through by Manley. Picked up this time by Oric. Oric starts to bullock his way through. A hard, tough player. He's brought down. Gets to his feet to play it back to Proven. Booted through again. Picked up this time, though, by Bath. Bath shoots it out to Carney. Carney lets it out to Brown. Brown runs across field. He's dragged down to the ground with a good tackle. Booted through again by Manley. Picked up this time by Smith. Smith starts to skirt his way through with a good run here. He's only got to find some support and he'll go in. It's going to be close. He's dragged down just short of the Manly line. He gets to his feet and tries to play it himself and dive on it. It's close, but the whistle goes. A penalty kick to St George. Another good kick by Harry Bath, this time from an angle, and St George go to 26 points, leading 26-9. Manly restart play. Provan goes up high for the ball, drags it down to the ground. And who has Manly on the attack as Ritchie goes skirting through towards the St George line. An elusive runner. He's pushed down to the ground, may even lose the ball here. He does. Provan steals the ball from him, starts to run through. Takes 2 or 3 yards before he's brought down by Daly. Now Manly have possession. Out it goes to Dart. Dart does a little kick. Here's Burke flying through after the ball. He goes up high for it, but taken nicely by Graham. Graham decides to run and starts a very good run. Watch him skirt through here. Here's a chance to score. In fact, there should be a score here. He's going to pass out to his winger, Lumsden. Lumsden takes the ball. Lumsden will go in. No one to touch him now as he claps on the speed, and St George have scored again. Another good try by St George and another good kick by Harry Bath, and St George lead by 31 points to 9, and time is coming up. St George 31, Manly 9, and the match is all over. St George have won. St George are again Rugby League Premiers. St George Rugby League Premiers for 1957. St George captain Ken Carney will come up to receive the shield from the Lord Mayor of Sydney, Alderman Jensen. You'll notice that the players have changed their jumpers. That is traditional of grand final football. Many of the St George players now have Manly jumpers on, and vice versa. Now the George players take the shield and traditionally run round the field and wind up this Rugby League Grand Final.
Some talent lined up there, Kev.
Yes, there was, at that stage, I think there was something like 3 or 4 internationals playing second grade. Couldn't make the first, and probably even 1 or 2 in third grade.
And of course, Norm Provan, Sticks the captain.
Sticks, as he was known affectionately, was the great one. He was captain coach, and he was a great one. I think he's the best forward.
To be a Magpie, what am I talking about? I still am a Magpie supporter, but I, like everyone else, used to go out there with, I used to go out with my dad, and always said to be frustrated out of it by the St George side, and what a talent that St George side was. But they were a very good side back in those days, the Maggies. You had Donny Parrish at fullback, well, Dave Barsley.
Parrish was international, Barsley.
Yeah, Peter Diamond on the wing there.
Diamond, Brown and Martin. I think Brown was a state player. Martin was certainly very good. Holman, of course, was a great international. Summons an international, O'Shea an international, Hayes a state player. May have played 1 Australian game. Yeah. Billy Carson was an international. Mark Patch was a state player. Kelly, of course, was a great international. Yeah. And Neville Charlton was known as the best forward never to play for Australia.
Bobby Bugden, the former international halfback of St George, placing the ball down on the halfway mark with the referee Law alongside of him. Bugden moves into this one, and the big game's on at the Sydney Cricket Ground. The ball's fielded here downfield in the western suburbs, 25 yards mark. And from the ruck play here, referee Darcy Lawler puts down the first scrum, 20 yards out from the Magpies line. On the run to pick up the ball is the former rugby union international Arthur Summons to work the scrum. Down they go in a full-blooded effort from the front rowers, but the ball's heeled back here. And once again, Lawler asks for the ball to be placed in. In it goes. West win this one. Holman gets it out to Martin. Martin moving up the centre of the field is caught here and quickly brought down. With a good tackle there to mark him was Brian Clay. The ball's picked up by Kelvin O'Shea, who gets his support, swimming a pass going out to Hayes in the headgear, who fumbles, drops the ball. Holman tries to gain possession, but Provan gets up, playing the ball back here. In a flash, has gone out to Raper, gives a long pass, and running off him is Bugden. Bugden makes the break, takes play, kicks downfield. It comes off the chest of Parrish and goes into touch over on the hillside of the Sydney Cricket Ground. The second scrum forming up. Summers works the scrum, in it goes. Locked in the tunnel. Both hookers are on the ground here, but Bugden clears the scrum here with a pass going out to Brian Clay. Clay gets his supports moving with a pass going out to Brown, who fumbled the ball, which is picked up by Lumsden. Lumsden props, comes inside, but the referee has blown the whistle and scrums him up once again. Summons number 7 working the scrum for the Magpies. In goes the ball. Bugden on the alert, picks up, moving nicely around the scrum base, gives it back inside beautifully to Clay, who moves down towards the western suburbs line, couldn't get the pass out, and was tackled ball and all, which is picked up from him by Summons, who veers out towards the hillside of the Sydney Cricket Ground. Summons is caught here, spit in the ground by Bugden. Arthur Summons, number 7, plays the ball back to the ruck half in Barsi, who gets his support to Charlton from Chipper Martin. Martin wending in amongst the forwards of St George there to bring him down with Brown. From the play the ball, Carson clears the ruck this time with a pass going out to Charlton. Charlton is tackled here by Provan. Play on the Magpies 25 yards mark as Charlton plays the ball back to hooker Kelly, who gets his support swing the pass to Hayes in the headgear. Hayes is brought down, quickly tackled, marked in the play the ball by Ryan, but Carson clears it this time with a pass to Kelvin O'Shea, who once again is tackled by Provan. But the referee, Darcy Lawler, has given a penalty here to Western Suburbs, offside in the ruck, St George. Coming up to take this particular penalty kick is Kelvin O'Shea, who kicks out towards the hillside of the Sydney Creek ground, going into touch, is signalled by the touch judge. And no doubt you can see the big crowd over there on the hillside as this scrum goes down once again. Bugden works the scrum. It's won by the Magpies. Holman gets his supportsman. The pass going nicely across field to Martin. Martin's hemmed in here and brought down, tackled by Gasnier with the help of Lumsden. Played just over the halfway mark as Martin plays the ball back this time. It's gone in amongst the centres where Brown of Western Suburbs picks up. Plays the ball back once again to Charlton, who gives a spear pass nicely infield here to Summers. Summers moves beautifully downfield as carefully pierced the St George defence. Comes away from Graham. Jason behind and quickly put on the ground here. The ball rolls through and picked up by Provan. Provan brought on the ground here on the western side as Brown alongside of him picks up for St George. Kevin Brown plays this one back, and the ruck half position is Bluey Wilson, who clears it too nice with a pass to Clay. Waits for Lumsden, gives it to Lumsden. Lumsden's tackled by Kelvin O'Shea and thrown on the ground. Lumsden getting to his feet to play this one back as Mark Patch drove at the ball, but Provan clears it this time. But a penalty here. St George, halfback of Western Suburbs, picking up the ball. You can see plenty of weight in that track of O'Shea and Raper down his knees, with O'Shea pushing just as hard too. In goes the ball. But penalised here as the second row play, and a penalty to St George against the halfback Arthur Summers, placing the ball in the second row. Now Brian Graham coming up to take this particular penalty kick from the breach there. Brian Graham moves into this one. It's in the air, and look at it, it's a magnificent kick going right between the posts. Well, the big crowd here certainly stopped right till the end of this thrilling climax of the season to see who was going to take out the coveted premiership of 1961. The ball's in the air out towards the hillside of the Sydney Cricket Ground, and so play now has swung up to St George 25 yards mark. In goes the ball placed by Bugden, but it's gone across field to Holman, who gives it to Diamond. Diamond couldn't handle the ball. It's picked up by O'Shea, and Big O'Shea dropped the ball and more or less was ruled offside by the referee Darcy. Right throughout the afternoon was quite entertaining football for the big climax here. Here's Gasnier making the break, man brought down on halfway mark, gets to his feet, but once again play has moved in centre field on the Western Suburbs side of halfway. St George up possession with a pass going out to Brian Clay, who draws the Western Suburbs defence, gives a perfect click pass to Eddie Lumsden, the world-class winger, who goes helter-skelter down on the Randwick end of the Sydney Creek ground to put it down for the first St George try, and a mighty executed movement there by Brian Clay.
Yes, a great try indeed, made possible by the late and great Popper Clay. Here he is, drawing the Western Suburbs defence. Flick pass back inside to Eddie Lumsden. He finds all the gaps, and over goes Lumsden for the first St George try.
And Brian Graham moves in to take the conversion, going right feet for the post to add the extras, and his boys move up once again, but he has played the ball back here to Hayes, who gets his supports moving with a pass going across field, the durable Kelly. Kelly is brought down here. Tackled by Clan Wilson. But the ball's heeled back here once again. Tipping off the ground is Carson, the hands of Charlton. Charlton gets out towards the hillside. Stepped out and attempted tackle. Moved away from another one by Ryan. Was brought down here. Slipped the pass away, but it's on the ground. Picked up again by Charlton. It was offside here. From the scrum it goes down. Summons works the scrum. In goes the ball. And the nice scissors movement been put on here. There's Raper going nicely downfield. Shoots it away time to Johnny King. And the St George young winger goes in to score. That very nice try.
A little bit of magic here from Bugden and also Raper. Now watch here as the ball is out to Bugden. A quick flick pass back to Raper. He sidesteps, makes valuable ground, and then sends a long floating pass out to Johnny King, and he makes sure his record of scoring a try in grand finals is intact.
Here we see the kick that has to be taken by Brian Graham, and there she goes. Well, the big crowd certainly enjoyed that nice run by Johnny King. When the scrum it breaks up, here's Lumsden on the burst, taking play very close to the sideline, tackled by Barsley. Eddie Lumsden upon his feet, plays it back to the dummy half in Provan, who gets his supports moving, and the ball being given the full treatment here as Ryan tries to break his way through, but is effectively tackled by the Western Suburbs defence. From the ruck play, Peter Armstrong couldn't pick that one up, but Provan does behind him, gives the pass away to Raper. Raper, a real 80-minute player, is put on the ground from behind by Kelvin O'Shea. Johnny Raper lays the ball back to Wilson. Wilson to Ryan. One propped there, decided to go on his own and shot the pass away inside to Brown. Kevin Brown quickly tackled there upon his feet, plays the ball back once again to Provan, who serves a nice pass up to Raper. Raper going nicely through here. Couldn't get the pass out, but plays him up the forwards this time as Provan picks up. Norm Provan, a great tower of strength, the veteran of many, most number of games of St George. Couldn't play that ball quite cleanly. And penalty here against Charlton, striking before the ball could be played. And Brian comes up on the ready, takes this kick, charging down after the ball with the St George forwards, but it's anybody's ball at the moment, as you can see from here, with the ball being tipped around from man to man. And eventually there was Gasnier in full speed, but was recalled for a forward pass. From the scrum it goes down. Bugden flicks it in, darts beyond, gets it away to Clay. From Clay taking it nicely this time as Gaz into Brown. Brown makes the break here. And the young Newcastle boy before coming to St George at Newcastle has Lumsden alongside of him, gives the pass to Lumsden. And there goes Lumsden. Corner post was knocked down in that incident, but the touch judge, as you see, didn't say he was out. The referee has given the try.
This try really demonstrates the brilliance of the St George backs. The ball is out to Brown. Now watch Brown. He does all the work. Makes a fine break. Looks for Lumsden. Over goes Lumsden for his second try.
Nice kick from behind by Brian Graham. Both flags are up, a magnificent effort all the way. And so that's the scoreboard that has told many, many tales at the Sydney Cricket. Bugden works the scrum, both hookers ready to strike. But it's picked up smartly by Bugden, who makes the break downfield. Turned it back outside to King. King's on his merry way. A nice clean cut of a youngster, young King, who showed great speed there. It was recalled. A penalty here. Moving in nicely. Graham, the ball's inside. It looks mighty in the air. And both flags are up, and so Brian Graham's crusty boot again puts 4 points on the board for St George. Well, one huge sea of faces. Still stopping the end to see the finale of this game at the moment. 17 St George and Western Suburbs 0. Now play on the halfway mark to kick off. This time is Holman, who boots it out towards the western side. Going high for the ball this time is Provan. Provan slips it away to Kevin Ryan, who turns the ball back in field and brought on the ground. From the play the ball. It's cleared from the ruck by Wilson, who gets his supports moving with a fast down to Kevin Brown, the big fellow going straight down the centre here. It's brought down, and St George still have possession, taking play down towards the western suburbs 25 yards mark. Louis Wilson clears the ruck this time, decides to go on his own and shoots it back here. Grabbing the ball high was Ryan, who gets his supports moving this time with a pass going to Raper. Raper in the headgear, veering out towards the western side of the cricket ground, is brought down on the halfway mark. He's marked by Patch, but Wilson clears the ruck this time with a pass to Provan. Provan's brought down on the halfway mark, and St George have possession. Wilson on the ready here to pick up from the ruck, does so too, goes around the blinds, is on his own, turns the ball back inside here to Kevin Ryan, who's bundled almost into touch. Plays dangerously close to the sideline. From the ruck play here, it's Provan, who sends a long pass away here, and it's gone right across field to Brian Clay, who's travelling well downfield, is brought there on the ground by Brown. But the referee, Darcy Lawler, watching play close, is a penalty kick taken by Brian Graham, goes well downfield. Taken nice in the goal mouth area by Parrish, who slipped the pass back in field there to Martin. Martin's on his way on the western suburbs 25 yards mark and still going goalwards. Martin scored, brought on the ground here by Brown, marked by Brown on the play the ball. But the referee, Darcy Lawler, has blown the whistle as the players move off now after this most exciting game with St George going further ahead. Well, the crowd over on the hillside there, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, stayed right till the end of the season, which rung the curtain down for season 1961. They scrum it up 5 yards from St George line. West win this one with Summons going nicely through to be caught by the cover defence of St George. Summons getting to his feet. Plays the ball back once again. It's Hayes who gives the pass away to Charlton. Charlton to Holman. Holman sends it away to Carson. Overhead to Diamond. Diamond has gone without the ball. And once again we see play on the halfway mark with the St George moving the ball out to Lumsden. Look at Lumsden going for the line. Stepped out of a tapped-up tackle. And Lumsden goes in to score his third try.
This would have to rank as one of the greatest all-time performances in a grand final. Look at Eddie Lumsden. The big boy, off he goes. Evades the tackle from the western suburbs winger and crashes over for try number 3.
Here we see Brian Graham attempting the conversion, and there she goes. Looks mighty close. And both flags are up. Well, that's the score. They scrum it up once again. Here's Holman getting his pass away to Summons. Summons trying to break his way through the Clyde St George defence. But St George standing right up upon Western Suburb and giving nothing away. They're going on to be for their 6th consecutive premiership, which no doubt will constitute a world's record. Here we see St George still moving the ball, going downfield on the opposite side. There's Lumsden. Lumsden's almost through here, but there's Bunter touch there. Tackled very smartly by Parrish. St George have possession here once again from the ruck at Brown, who gives it this time to Ryan. From Ryan to Bluey Wilson, and the St George skipper brought on the ground here and quickly tackled. Wilson plays the ball back once again. In a flash, it's gone amongst the St George forwards. With play on the outside, it's Hooker Armstrong going nicely through to be quickly upended. Players down the St George 25 yards mark this time. And once again, it's Bluey Wilson coming to the picture, sending Clay on his way. Clay gives it across field this time with St George's David Brown moving nicely downfield. Stepped out of an attempt of tackle and is brought down by Parrish. Dangerously close to the sideline is Play. In the dying stages of this game, St George trying to put more points upon the board. And racing through nicely is Gasnier. Gasnier is brought down from the line. They scrum it up once again. In goes the ball. Locked in the tunnel, but West have it. With Holman picking up at the base of the scrum on the hillside of the Sydney Cricket Ground. He plays the ball back here this time, right to the hands of Thatcher. Gets his supports moving with a pass going right amongst the three-quarters where Brown gives it away here to Parrish. Parrish is put on the board of his back here. Parrish getting up, playing this ball back to the ruck half in Charlton. Charlton picks it up and gives a one-handed pass out here, and a flash it's picked up by Martin. Martin steps away from the attempt of tackle. It's caught by the St George cover defence. Marked in the play the ball here by Provan, but he plays the ball back this time. Carson switches direction with a pass to Holman. Holman's caught and trapped here, sends the ball back in field, and racing downfield is Barsley. Young Barsley moved nicely through there. Shoots the pass away to Summons. Summons has the rubber kick here along the ground and kicks it into no man's land, but they're coming down, picking up this time once again. This is George's full King. King getting to his feet, plays the ball back to Ryan. Ryan to Clay. Clay has to pull the pass going out to Brian Graham, who moves out towards the hillside of the cricket ground, gives a floating pass to Lumsden, who pulled it down nicely, chased from behind by Patch, and eventually tripped down there, but gets up to regain his balance, steps away from O'Shea, and will touch Judge alongside of him. Lumsden puts his boot to the ball. It's a keen chase down the touch and goal area, and it's mighty close. A doubtful effort here, this conversion, but the referee, Darcy Lawler, has ruled no try. Not a great deal of time left for play as Parrish takes the penalty kick here, driving it well downfield. With Brian Graham going across field at leisure. But it's picked up over on the far side, and St George have possession. The crowd are standing right to the end of this game with umbrellas up. It's been a murky day, the rain tumbling down from time to time, but the game's all over, bar the shouting. And so St George today have gone on to their 6th consecutive Rugby League Premiership, and the runners-up are Western Suburbs. The players are being congratulated after this hard-fought game, which was never in doubt right from the commencement. Although Western Suburbs tried very hard, the Premiers...
Will change in the St George side?
Yes, the wingers are the same there. The fullback was Kevin McDonald, who came in when we lost Brian Graham. Brian Graham went over to Korea to work in Korea as with the SOL company, and he was replaced by McDonald. Gasnier Riley. Johnny Riley was an international from '59, temporarily overshadowed by Dave Brown, but came back there and forced his way back into the grand final side. Raper as usual. George Evans was a halfback from Rugby Union who came over. Very good halfback, very solid halfback, and fitted in very well. Rasmussen, Elton Rasmussen, very sadly recently deceased also. He was a second rower from Queensland who was playing lock. I can't remember what was wrong with Raper on that occasion, but obviously he must have been badly injured because he didn't like missing grand finals. Myself and Provan in the second row, and Bluey Wilson. Ian Walsh, that was Ian Walsh's first season with St George. He came from the country. He was a pig farmer up at Yagara, and he came down, he was brought down to replace the loss of Killarney, but then Peter Armstrong was the hooker there also at that time. Walsh and Armstrong always vying closely for the position. Walsh was the international. Very good solid fullback. Diamond international. Barsley again. Norden, I think it was Freddie Norden?
Freddie Norden,
yes.
Gil
McDougall. Now, Gil was a very tough little centre, played for West, and he was one who could always upset Gaz just a little bit. He'd move up very quickly on Gaz, and he was very good in that move up straight line defence. Summons again.
Taking over the captain.
Donny Maloney, yes, Donny Maloney. It was good half. Artie varied between half and 5'8". Don Maloney came in as half. Kevin Smythe, now that was a great lock, Kevin.
Oh, yes.
Oh, very, very sound lock. He toured in 1963 with the Kangaroos, had a great tour, and was amazingly fast. I saw him actually pick up Lumsden on a couple of occasions in cover defence. It was quite incredible. Gary Russell played for the State. He replaced Cal O'Shea. And Jimmy Cody was a very tough second rower from Western Suburbs. Kelly again, hooker. Chow Hayes, State player. And Dennis Meany, who came in when West's lost Neville Charlton. He was a big, strong prop, Dennis.
He certainly was. And Dennis is, he's still got, the last time I saw Dennis, he had a motel somewhere way up the North Coast.
Great carnival mood as the big crowd here of 41,184. See number 21 Evans working the scrum for St George. Down they go. Kelly having trouble setting himself in the scrum. Kelly's out now as number 21 about to put the ball in. Both hookers ready to strike. In goes the ball, and it's won by St George. Although 5 minutes has gone by of the first half. A penalty to St George once again. McDonald 15 taking this penalty kick. A casual kicker, a cool customer too is young McDonald. He moves into this one, and the ball's in flight. There she goes, a rangefinder right between the posts, and St George 2 were leading Western Suburbs 0 at this stage of the game. Section the crowd there of 41,000 really enjoyed this great forward sortie today. Down they go, 10 yards away from St George's line. Evans darts behind, but it's picked up here by Malone. The ball's ordered back once again. Plenty of power behind both packs. Malone picks this one out, plucks it out of the second row, gets his supports moving with a pass to Summons, who has the grubber kick, sends Johnny King down for the chase. King in his own touch and goal area, about to bring it out. Well, there's section the crowd over there on the Paddington end, who stopped right to the finale of this great game. Provan has the ball in hand, but the referee, Bradley, goes across field to see what the touch judges come in to report an incident. Provan, I should say, Raper has been brought up with the skipper Provan, but a penalty here to Western Suburb. Bray about to take this kick. It looks good too, as Bray puts it well downfield, right between the posts, and it's 2-all here at the Sydney Cricket. With the many years in drizzling rain this time, the ball's caught by Lumsden, who's quickly put down. They on the St George 25 yards mark. This time in the role of Ruckoff is Gasnier, Ryan, I should say. Ryan gets his supports moving out across the field. The ball is knocked on there by McDonald. But a penalty has been given to St George. As the crowd stand up, they've really had their money's worth here. Another great run taking place as Johnny King sets sail for the line down towards the Randwick end and sticks it down, chased by Bray. A great try indeed by young King, as indicated by the referee, Bradley.
Yes, Johnny King seems to be at home no matter what the conditions. Here he is, scampering away downfield to score yet another grand final try.
And now we see McDonald having the conversion, the try being scored, the runaway try by Johnny King. Well, you can see that the umbrellas are favoured today with the rain still pelting down at the Sydney Cricket Ground as McDonald puts his boot to this one and goes right between the posts. And the scores of the moment, St George 7 and Western Suburbs 2. From Malone to fire the ball in, but the referee, Bradley, is not quite happy with the setting of that scrum and gives a penalty to St George. McDonald, number 15, once again with Lumsden behind him. Very cool kicker, takes his time. There goes the kick by McDonald. Been flagged away, and Western Suburbs have possession here. Racing across field, still going downfield is Malone, who quickly caught and bundled down there. Marked in the play the ball by Walsh, but it's speared back this time, picked up by Gary Russell, who gets his supports from the pass to Smythe. Smythe caught by Wilson, play 15 yards away from the Magpies line. St George trying to get possession here as Cody clinches the ball and is quickly brought down, smartly put on the ground by Provan. From the play the ball once again, it's Meany sending Hayes running downfield off him, but Hayes is caught, quickly put on the ground. Playing the goal mouth there in the Magpies line in the all black with the white V. And this time once again it's Cody caught in possession, marked by Walsh in the play the ball. Smythe in the ruck half position gets his supports with a pass going out this time to Gary Russell. Russell quickly put down. Marked in the play the ball here, very smartly by Ryan. But Wester shotting the ball around. Hayes making the break, veering out towards the hillside. Look at the cover defence of St George converging upon him. And once again, West have possession, hemmed in on their own line, with St George trying to keep him at bay. From the scrum that goes down, Western Suburbs get a penalty here. Ray taking his penalty kick for the Magpies. Not a great day for goal kicking with the slippery ball. That's Bray, number 30, with the referee Bradley right alongside of him. And Brady moves into this one. I should say Bray moves into this one. Looks mighty close, but it's cut off short and picked up smutty by Raper. Raper bidding away from his own try line. It's quickly brought down very effectively too by Smythe, but the ball's heeled back. It's gone to Walsh to Provan. Provan goes through, drops the ball, and West have possession. This time it's Cody caught from behind and brought down marked by Monty Porter, but it's played back once again to Meany. Meany gets it away to Walsh. Walsh is quickly put down. Rugged play amongst the forwards. Walsh plays the ball back to Hayes, who gives a nice delivery here to Meany. Meany trying to cut through here, but once again the cover defence is there to bring him down. Meany is marking the play the ball by Walsh, with Arthur Summons given the signal here. Gets his pass away to Cody. Cody well and truly tackled. His feet to play the ball back to Hayes, who gets his supportsman in the pass to Summons. Summons gets a further pass to field to Norden. Norden is tackled from behind and brought down. But he plays it back, and West now probe away at the St George line. Here's Kelly, number 12, making a bid for West. Serves it away this time. It's gone to Meany. Meany races the hands of Louis Wilson, is brought down. Meany plays it back to the ruck half in Walsh. Walsh gets it away this time. And West raid again, this time with Cody going downfield. Drops the ball behind him. It's picked up by Gary Rust, who gives it away this time. And cutting through nicely is Malone. Malone quickly brought down. But it's gone back to the hands of Summons. And now it's West's Kelly making down field. And once again, Kelly is caught here. Great tackling by St George's forwards at the moment. But many good raids have taken place by West, and so failed to materialise because of the dynamic tackling by the St George forwards. Well, the crowd really are enjoying this football today. Here we see West in possession once again. Racing downfield is Diamond, who's caught by Lumsden. Diamond about to get to his feet. Plays it back once again, and West still have possession. Moving downfield this time is Smythe. Smythe, number 8, is caught. The players are much bespattered this time. On heavy ground this time we see Meany going downfield. Big, powerful Meany is hard to bring down, but eventually his progress has been stopped. Meany plays the ball back once again, and West have possession. There goes Kelly downfield, number 12. Hard man to bring down is Kelly, but he makes the ball do the job. And West still have possession. Play out towards the hillside with rain still tumbling down at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Well, the players are walking off now for the half-time break, and one would expect that today in a grand final with players playing for that coveted premiership. Well, it's a penalty to Western Suburbs. Bray, who started off with number 30 in the first half, sporting number 1, takes this penalty kick for Western Suburbs. The ball's in flight. There she goes, and it's going to be mighty close, and both flags are up. And a big crescendo of cheers from the crowd here. And the scores at the moment, St George 7 and Western Suburbs 4. From the scrum that breaks up once again, the ball's picked up at the base of the scrum by Evans. But the referee allows play to continue. Referee Bradley acquitted himself particularly well here in his first grand final, and believe me, as the years roll by, with the knowledge he's got this year, should become one of our top referees. We see Dennis Meany serving a pass back this time to Bray. Bray roots downfield and opens up the chase here for the wingers. But St George's McDonald picks up and veers away, but Barsey was there to catch him, to bring him down. McDonald plays the ball back to King in the ruck half position. Out it goes in a flash this time. And St George have possession. The pass going out to Lumsden. Lumsden's dropped it. It's taken through on the toe here by Diamond, number 5. Watch this one closely. But he dribbled it, but just couldn't get to it. And St George win the day there with Gaznia up there with Riley. That's football for you. Here's the action shot in slow motion, as you can see it slide away. And then Gaznia putting his boot to it. They scrum it up. Play dangerously close to St George's line. And St George have possession. Going up the sideline this time is Elton Rasmussen, who's quickly brought down. Play dangerously close to the sideline. Grove in the role of ruck half. Gives the pass away here, and St George still have possession. Down the round 25 yards mark. Well, strange enough, the sun has come out with the referee sealing the sun from his eye, and also the touch judge over there on the hillside of the Sydney Cricket Ground. The crowd are cheering on their champions of Western Suburbs and St George, because it's been a mighty grand final here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. There's the girl there having her fingers crossed as May moves into this one, and the ball's in flight, and there she goes. And both flags are up. A magnificent effort indeed. And the crowd are cheering their champions behind there. Western St George supporters, no doubt, with the score St George 7 and Western Suburbs 6. It's mighty close at this game with West in possession. Malone being caught here. Malone quickly regains his feet, but once again is brought down by Rasmussen. The ball slipped away from him, but the referee has blown the whistle. Score at the moment, St George 7, Western Suburbs 6. Little time left for play as they scrum it down. Well, they collapse in a heap. It's very hard to hang on those wet jerseys at the moment, as no doubt you can see. But the referee has given a penalty here. Offside play. No doubt young McDonald will come up and endeavour to take this penalty kick. Yes, McDonald taking this kick. Rather a heavy sodden ball. Right from the commencement. There goes the kick by McDonald. It's in the air. Looks mighty close, and both flags are up. And so the score is the most interesting stage now from the supporters of either side. St. George 9 and Western Suburbs 6. Play now has swung down towards the St. George line underneath the goalmouth area. And Western a do-or-die effort with the big crowd urging them on. 41,184. But a penalty here has been given to St. George as McDonald takes the kick, and in doing so kicks for touch. Finds it too with a magnificent rangefinder. And that's it. She's all over by the shouting. St. George today won their 7th consecutive premiership, and a pat on the back for Western Suburbs, who never stopped trying right from the end. It was a great match, and I feel sure the big crowd who turned out in full force braved the elements of the weather. And now we see the crowd, the boys I should say, moving over, shaking hands with one another, changing jumpers, because they've certainly had
changes. Here's the St.
Now the great Graham Langlands arrived from Wollongong for St. George, and he was a magnificent fullback. Lumsden and King are still there. Gasnier and Billy Smith. This is the emergence of Billy Smith, initially as a centre, later on as an international halfback. Bruce Pollard, a very young and sound 5'8", who had the great distinction of putting Popper Clay out there for 1 or 2 games, and although Pop may have been injured there, but Pollard was a good 5'8". George Evans again, John Raper, Rasmussen and Proban in the second row, and this time I played front row with Ian Walsh and Monty Porter. Donny Parrish, the international fullback, still there. Peter Diamond the same, the international winger.
Mowbray,
yes, came through the ranks, St. George Junior. Same with McGuinness and Gil McDougall, all juniors, all West juniors.
McGuinness is a very talented player too,
he was, yes. They used to produce a lot of, and still do, a lot of great juniors from West. They seem to feed a lot of the other clubs along the way. Summons again, Donny Maloney, Kevin Smythe, the lock, Chow Hayes, Cal O'Shea. I'd forgotten that Cal came back in that year and forced his way. Now there's Jack Gibson, the current
That'll surprise
coach.
a few people.
Yes, so a lot of people wouldn't realise that Jack, who initially played with Easts, ended up with Wests as a front row at the time of Kelly and O'Shea, and there's Dennis Meany again. That was a very big...
By St. George is taken by George Evans, their scrum half. Waller waves to the timekeepers to start play. And there's Dennis Meany underneath the ball for Western Suburbs, and the rain beating down as the match starts. Jack Gibson inside there gets the ball outfield to Kelly, and Kelly is dragged along the ground by Kevin Ryan. Someone shoots the ball wide to Kevin Smythe. Smythe moves infield for Western Suburbs, and the crowd await the first electrifying movement of the match, but it doesn't come off as their giant forward, Kel O'Shea, coming back after injury, tries to force his way through the George forward. Ball goes from Malone to Summons, outfield again, but again we see the strength of St. George as they move up quickly. This time it's Rasmussen doing the tackling. The ground is in very treacherous condition with the heavy margins. You can see already Ian Walsh is covered on one side, and later on the players are completely covered in mud. Across field they go. A chance here to go to Peter Diamond. He's smothered in a tackle by Lumsden and Pollard, and almost dragged over the sideline. Dougal, dummy half, gets the ball across to Hayes, and players forced by St. George down to the West 25, although West has possession. Penalty against St. George's forward, Kevin Ryan being offside. The penalty kick by Parrish gets touched just over halfway, a couple of yards, and down goes the scrum. Malone tries to use Lawler there as a shield, but it doesn't come off. This time John Smythe again tries hard to get through the forwards, but Smythe is going tackle. Arthur Summons goes into dummy half. Ball going across the back line with Kelly making a barging run amongst the forwards. Kel O'Shea looks round for support as dummy half. They're handling the ball all right as Arthur Summons gets it. And now you can see the mud splashing up. John Malone going in behind Summons, throws it wide out to Jack Gibson. The front row forward, Gibson is called upon by Lawler to play the ball. He does so, back it goes to O'Shea. Malone with handle, and O'Shea is thrown down, getting the ball to Meany. Meany gets a few yards out of it, and play is still inside the West area, just a few yards. Summons blind side, kick over the top, Mowbray flying down the right wing. Catches King in possession of the ball. Now the scrum, no score as yet in the match, and it's won by St. George again to Pollard. Out it goes to Gasnier. Gasnier almost lost the ball in the tackle. Gets off the play. Down goes
try by Evans as he scored in the right corner towards the Sheridan end. There's Lawler, the referee, on the spot as he ruled the try, and the lead-up work was done by Norm Provan. It's 3-0 as Gasnier tries to convert the try from touch. There's the kick by Gasnier. It fails, goes to the left, and the score is 3-0 in favour of St George, who goes back to St George, out a long pass to Pollard. Pollard gives to Gasnier. Gasnier tries to get the ball to King. He does so too, and King is tackled. They're short of the west line now. An attacking position as they go across field. Draper shoots it wide again. Down the centre they're going. Pollard trying to force his way through the defence. St George will gain tackle short of the line. Pretty scraggy play there, and it's a penalty here. It looks like Meany offside. Right in front of the goalpost, and this will give a chance to St George to notch a goal. It's Gasnier that takes the kick, and as the flags are raised, St George now lead 5 points to 0. Hayes, dummy half, gets it onto Gibson, Gibson onto Meany, and already you can see the slowing up of the players in this heavy mud, which is very awkward conditions for both sides. 5-0 could win it. Back it goes to Malone, to Arthur Summons, who dummies to kick over the top and loses the ball in the tackle. Well, the rules are knock on as he regains the ball. And O'Shea tackles from second row. Going across to the back line now. A good break here as it goes through. A beautiful pass into Gasnier. Look at him slicing the opposition as he goes down. And can he get the ball free? At the last moment, he throws a brilliant pass into Provan onto King. And King is tackled just a few yards short of the line. Great movement by St George. Ball goes back to Provan. Provan gets the cross field. Looks like Western coverage offside again. And this gives Gasnier another chance to put St George another 2 points on the board. All round the ground, we see the western suburbs and St George colours raised by their supporters. And it's certainly a day to remember. Gasnier's kick that hits the back of the marker, and Gasnier quickly scoops up himself and tries to dash across, but the defence recovered very clear and held him out. He plays the ball back. Out it goes quickly. Rasmussen's there. Tries to get across. Short of the line. Trouble playing it. Ian Walsh out there shooting the ball out wide to Raper. Raper turns back infield to Gibson's tackle. He drops his pass. Norm Provan gets got a chance of going across. He's across the line, but the ball is lost. And it's knocked out of touch back from St George and are penalised. So we'll kick the touch, front to follow. There's a bad null by Pollard. Standing a little bit too far away from the play itself in the breeze conditions. Play lets St George lead 5 points to 0. There's a run by Summons, and he kicks the ball through. A chance here as they go down the field. Look at King shepherding Langland as he dives in the mud for that ball. Langland's forced to play a ball. It's picked up. Oh, it's fumbled there, and they followed through. Kicked through by McDougall. McDougall scoops it up and dives over. It's a try. The try to Western Suburbs from McDougall. And that's now the game on the board at 5-3 in favour of St George. Rather kick to make it 5-all by Parry from almost in front. Watch Parry slip on his back. Down he goes. He lost his balance. The kick floated to the left. And the score remains 5-3 with Parrish losing a golden opportunity to make it 5-all. Crowd tense now as they wait for the final 15 minutes of play. Meany throws the ball wide at the ruck. He tried to shot wide of the ruck, but he couldn't get to it, and St George threw it away wide. Again, St George desperately trying to get upfield. 5-3 could be enough from this stage, and here's King as he goes through this tackle, which is created great controversy as he goes down the side, and King will go over here, a tackle from behind, but he's dived over, and there's a sliding try to King, which puts St George in front 8 points to 2. All their friends, right on the mark where he shot. Parry's questioning his decision, and we'll leave it to you whether King was held in those tackles or he slipped out of them without grounding the ball and being held. Here's a kick from touch. He fails to raise the flag, and the score remains 8-3 in favour of St George, with time running out to the suburbs. Gasnier is now on the wing position. Lumsden coming into the centre three-quarter. Lumsden nursing, Gasnier rather, nursing an injured back. Going across the centre of the field, we see St George right in the heavy work there, sorting themselves out. But Lawler with the play. With Raper signalling, trying to cover every possible position, and just look at that. Shocking conditions. It's won by West, and down they go in a dying effort to win the match, and a beautiful in pass, but it's put on the ground. Impossible to hold, and there's the end of the game from that knock on, with the players shaking hands, some swapping jerseys, and Darcy Lawler leaves the ground. And there's some of the players coming up. Look at Norm Provan, just completely covered in mud, being chaired to the sideline by his teammates, being their captain coach, and winning the 8th premiership for St George. It's certainly been a grand one, and it'll be a record that'll be hard to beat for many, many years to come. There's Gasnier just pulling on a jersey and wincing in pain as he protected his back. In the absence of Bill Buckley, Arnold Steer, the Deputy Chairman of the Rugby League, presents the trophy to Norm Provan, that giant front row forward who's done yeoman service to the game. And there are the players running around the ground. You see they're all St George players, although some have swapped jerseys with West one on. They're going right around, a huge crowd of 70,000 stayed right to the finish to see this team run around with a coveted trophy and 8th premiership. It's certainly been a grand season for Rugby League, and here we see them coming to the banner of St George through the streamers, and underneath the banner signifying the finish of a grand burst, fully covered in mud, and Charles certainly takes it. George's
ducks his head, moves in amongst the Balmain forwards, and St George still maintained possession. Armstrong, number 12 in the role of ruck-half, gave his pass away to Rasmussen. Rasmussen could not break the tight defence before being quickly tackled by Peter Provan. Rasmussen about to get to his feet to play the ball back to Armstrong. Armstrong to Clay. They move downfield, but once again is gloriously tackled. Good tackle there by Ridley. Clay struggles to play the ball back to Armstrong. Armstrong to Norm Provan. Norm Provan quickly tackled by Keith Barnes. Provan plays this one back to Armstrong. Armstrong to Ryan, who changes direction with a pass going out to Evans. Evans has the legs chopped from underneath him there by a good tackle by Boland. St George's Provan picks up, gave the pass away to Raper. Raper moves in amongst the Balmain forwards. They're quickly there to accommodate him, Piper, and also Wilson. Raper plays the ball back to Clay. Clay to Provan. Provan gave it away to Ryan. Ryan is tackled, and Tuddy takes it away as he flung the ball back to Lumsden. Tuddy has possession for Balmain. Tuddy plays it back to Mara. Mara to Peter Provan. And Balmain's Wilson tries to get possession. And the whistle has gone here, conceding a penalty, as ordered by the referee, Cole Pierce. Then this penalty kick, kicking for touch. There goes the kick, been brought down by Langlands. Langlands took that one nicely. Bears downfield, has Gazzy alongside of him. Cuts out Gazzy with a pass going out to Smith, from Smith to King. And look at King going helter-skelter over the line. And Johnny King has gone in to score a great St George try, which is brought about by the kick, unfortunately not going out for Boland. Snapped up by Langlands, who cut out Gazzy with a bullet-like pass to Smith. And from him, out it went to Johnny King, who now showers congratulations from the St George players.
Bobby Boland, he had a kick for the sideline and didn't go out, and I caught it. I sort of veered across the paddock towards the hill, and I could see Gaz alongside of me, and I could see that he was marked as I was going across. So I've just decided, just all of a sudden, just like that, is to cut Gaz out and just throw it straight to Billy Smith to Johnny King, who scored. But I got a bit of a heckle about cutting Gaz out, you know, and I said, well, I could see that he was looking at me, and I could see that he was marked. And of course, a lot of people said, you should have given it to Gaz, you know, and I said, well, I just did what I thought was right. And as it turned out, I'm glad we scored the try, because if we hadn't scored the try, they would have said, well, if I didn't give it to Gaz, we would have scored it.
Well, the crowd certainly enjoyed that kick, and are really enjoying this tight. As As the scrum goes down, referee Cole Pearce not quite happy with the packing of that scrum and has given a further penalty to St George against that scrum infringement. Here we see Langlands taking the penalty from that last scrum infringement, and there it goes, right between the posts. Both flags are up. And there's the scoreboard telling the tale, St George 9 and Balmain 4. Eddie Lumsden making a break. Turn the ball back to Smith, who has gone without the ball. They likewise tries to pick up. But no, Balmain have possession. Mara clears the ruck with a pass going across field to Boland, from Boland to Barnes. Barnes to Peter Probyn, who makes the ball to the job, turning the ball back in field to Ridley. Ridley goes up the centre, but once again was quickly tackled by the foraging St George forwards, with Billy Smith there lending a hand too. Wilson clears the ruck for Balmain with a pass going to Bishop. Running off Bishop is Peter Probyn. Probyn's well and truly tackled by George Evans, but Balmain's Peter Probyn about to play the ball back to Wilson. Wilson gives a long pass across here, and picking up is Clothier. There's the Balmain second rower with the score. St George 9 and Balmain 4 as the scrum goes down. Evans breaks up from the scrum and races downfield. The pass going to Eddie Lumsden. Lumsden still going goalwards, with Smith trailing behind him, but the covered offence of Balmain there to bring him down, ball and all. The tackling today has been dynamic from both of the players of St George and Balmain. The ball trickles under the legs of Probyn, is picked up by Evans, who in turn is tackled by Clothier. Armstrong gets the pass away to Clay from the ruck, and St George try to break through the Balmain line, but Gaznia makes the break, cuts out Smith with a pass going over the head to Johnny King. King chased him behind, but King goes right downfield, but the covered offence was there to pick him up. Actually a great tackle by Bischoff to bring him down. St George 9 and Balmain 4 as the scrum breaks up, and a penalty to Balmain. Taking the penalty kick is Boland, kicks for touch, finds it 2. Here we see Langlands attempting a kick at goal. There goes the kick by Langland, looks mighty good too. And there it is, St George 11 and Balmain 4. Now the penalty has been awarded here in this action packing this kick. And here goes the kick by Barnes, looks mighty good too. And there it goes with both flags are up, making it now St George 11 and Balmain 6. Down by Lumsden. Play very close now from the Balmain line, as a penalty has been given to St George. Lumsden goes down to pick up the ball, to hand back for him to Graham Langlands, the kicker. Well, this one is right in front of the post, more or less, from where the same kick took. The kick by Langlands being flagged away, and picking up very smartly for Balmain is Piper. Piper drops it, loses it, it's picked up by Evans, and St George have possession once again. Clothier trying to stab at the ball. It's picked up here very smartly by Armstrong, who gave it away. And St George's Probyn has possession about 15 yards away from the Balmain line. Has played the ball back to Armstrong. Armstrong to Ryan. And the powerful forward of St George and Ryan quickly gets to his feet. Plays the ball back to Armstrong, who gives a nice tidy service from the ruck out to Monty Porter, who's grabbed and brought down by Tuddy. Well, St George is still moving the ball around. Here's Rasmussen moving out on the far side. King tried to pick up, just couldn't do so. Picking up behind them, last two named players was Raper. Raper plays the ball back to Armstrong. From Armstrong out it goes to Gaznia. Gaznia moves in amongst the Balmain forwards. And there it is, it's all over. And so St George today have won the 1964 Rugby League competition for 9 consecutive years in a row. What a great record, but today they met a worthy foe who tried right from the offset, and we must give congratulations to Balmain, the way that they tried right from the very jump, and congratulations the whole of them and their coach Harry Barth, and for that matter too to Norm Probyn, the captain, and the whole of